Hello, first grade. This is Mrs. Ball with your reading lesson for today. For today's lesson, you are going to need your Read Your Turn practice book. Today, we are going to be working from pages 1 and 2. And yes, this will be a grade. So, this is something that you will have to take a picture of and submit to your teacher. Pages 1 and 2 in your Read Your Turn practice book. And you're also going to need your short reading writing workshop. We are going to begin reading from this book today, so make sure that you grab an adult or an older sibling and make sure that you practice reading this week in this book. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that you need to practice reading at home. So let's get started for today and make sure that you go get those things that you will need for today. Repeat after me. I can blend and read words with short A. This is the letter A. It makes the sound A as in apple. This is another example of words that have the short A or the A sound at the beginning. Ant, astronaut, alligator, apples. We're going to blend the words. My turn. At, sat, at, cat, and man, app, lap. Our words, let's do these together. Remember, when you see the letter, you're going to make the sound that it makes. S, ad, sad, k, ab, cab, t, ab, tab, d, ad, dad, at, and ran, app, nap. All right, let's look at our high frequency words. Does. Does the squirrel build a nest in the tree? Let's spell the word does. D-O-E-S. Does. Not. The skunk will not run. Let's spell not. N-O-T. Not. What? What will the zookeeper feed the animals? W-H-A-T. What? School. I will learn to write at school. Let's spell school. S-C-H-O-O-L. School. This is our essential question for this week. What do you do at your school? All right, our shared read is coming from our reading writing workshop book. And the title of our story this week is Jack Can. So if you get your reading writing workbook, it's on page 14, and you're going to see this exact same picture, this exact same illustration. And so you will see these words in the story. Helps, and our high frequency words that we just went over. Does, not, school, and what? Let's read. Max can. Can Jack? Jack can. Now here are some questions that you can think about. What can Max do? Where are Max and Jack? How do you know? How do you know which character is Max and which one is Jack? Let's look. Max is drawing in the picture, and he's painting. And Jack is doing the same thing. He's painting as well, but he has on a yellow shirt. So we start over here with Max, and then we move on over to Jack. Max can. Can Jack? He's writing. He can reach it. Jack cannot. So we know that Jack is not able to reach it, but Max can. What can Max do? What do you observe about the bulletin board? So what do you notice about the bulletin board? What objects do you see on it? What's going on with that bulletin board? How come Jack cannot write on the banner? Those are some questions that I want you to answer. Jack is sad. What does Nan do? So let's think, why is Jack sad? How does Nan try to solve this problem? Nan helps Jack. Jack likes school. How does Nan feel about helping Jack solve the problem? How do you know? Why does Jack like school? Let's say our I can statement. After today's lesson, I can blend and read words with short A. I can also ask and answer questions about key details in the story. So those details were things that were very important to help us understand our story better. Let's take a look at grammar. We're going to be talking about sentences this week. A sentence is a group of words that tells a whole idea. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Jan can play at school. I know this is a complete sentence because it tells me an entire idea. It begins with a capital letter and it has a punctuation mark. The capital letter is J and my punctuation mark is the period at the end. I use a period when I am being told something. There's my capital letter. There's my punctuation mark. I like to play tag. This is also a complete sentence because it tells a full idea. I have a capital letter or an uppercase letter I, and I have a punctuation mark, which is a period at the end. Let's correct the errors to make this sentences complete. The cat plays with the bag. Now remember, a sentence begins with a capital letter. It tells a complete idea and it has the punctuation mark. Let's see what's going on with this sentence. It's missing the capital letter. That should be a capital letter T. Good job. Little hat. Is this a complete sentence? It's not a complete sentence. What could I do to make it a complete sentence? It does have a capital letter and it does have a punctuation mark, but it is not a complete idea. So maybe I can add more words to it. Maybe it could be, I have a little hat. I see a tan bat. What's missing in this sentence? Let's see. I have a capital letter. It tells me a complete thought, but I don't have a punctuation mark at the end. So there's my period to make it a complete sentence. All right, so what we're going to do now, these are things that I need you guys to do. I need you to get your Read Your Term practice book. You're going to open it, and this time there is just going to be simply the number 1. You're going to write your first and last name, and you're going to read the word and listen for the short A sound and circle the picture that matches the word for numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on page 1. Then on page 2, you are going to have to complete the sentence with one of the words from the box. And these are, again, your high frequency words that we just went over. And for letter B, number 5, I want you to write your own sentence using a word from the box. And remember, a sentence tells a complete thought. It has an uppercase letter and it has a punctuation mark, like a period at the end. Something else that you can do today, you can get your reading writing workshop and you can read the story Jack Can on page 14. You can read it with an adult. You guys can practice blending words. Now there are some other things that you guys can do. You can look on pages 10 and 11 and you can go over the words to know, which are the same words that we went over in my presentation. And you can practice going over some short A words. All right, so practice reading today and do pages 1 and 2 in your Read Your Term practice book. And yes, pages 1 and 2 are going to be your assignment that you are going to submit for a grade. So I want you to have a great day and keep learning. Happy reading.